Hi everyone, my name is Brooke Lehman.
And my name's Rose Williams.
And we're here to tell you our story with FEJ. We adopted Rose when she was 2 years old. We brought her home when she was 22 months in 2014, and she is now how old?
8.
8. And in what grade?
I'm in 2nd grade.
That's right. So, during the time between when we were matched with Rose and when we were able to actually bring her home, I spent quite a bit of time in Haiti. And during that time, I got to know FEJ as an organization, all of the various programs that they run, and also Gina and Lucienne Duncan. FEJ's programs serve the most vulnerable in Haiti, which is hard to imagine since so many Haitians are already vulnerable. But these are the children and the families that go completely unnoticed. They are the children and families that lack health care, that lack food, that lack housing, often live in traumatic and dramatic environments. And the children, unfortunately, many times are left alone and orphaned. But the Duncans, for decades and decades, have decided that it is their mission to try and make the lives of these vulnerable children and families better than they would normally be. So when I was in Haiti, I spent quite a bit of time at the creche, obviously, hanging out with Rose and getting to know the other children and the staff, and my memories are filled with children laughing and having fun, and aunties sharing, yep. Aunties doing all that they could to take care of so many children. But I also have memories that are heartbreaking, and that's of children who were ill, children who had disorders, children who had illnesses or developmental disabilities that needed extra care, extra love, and extra support. In fact, I remember one evening when Lucienne drove in the middle of the night with a little child who needed to be seen at a hospital. Gina and Lucienne would go to the end of the earth for all of these children. And that is one of the things that makes them the remarkable duo that they are.
And they make them special.
They make the kids special. That's right. I got to visit La Mardelle, where I saw the school, and I saw the medical clinic. I saw children learning and laughing and eating many things that they wouldn't get normally. And I saw lots of people line up for medical care that, again, in some cases was life-saving. In others, it made the quality of their life that much better. And of course, they've extended their services and programs even beyond what I'm mentioning today. The other thing that I got out of FEJ, beyond just this little beautiful girl here, is a lifelong friendship with Gina and Lucienne. They welcomed hundreds, if not thousands, of people into their homes. And we sat around the dinner table and we had conversations of all kinds. I've never learned so much in my life as I did listening to the tales that they would tell.
And you need to stay safe.
That's right. We needed to stay safe, and they told us lots of stories about that. But they have become, I'm privileged to say, members of our family. We will have a lifelong love affair with the Duncans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. While we were there, like I said, we visited the medical clinic, and while it is doing all that it can, the other thing that we know is that there is so much more that can be done. And watching FEJ's Children's Hospital and now seeing it come to fruition and actually serve children with high needs is tremendously rewarding. And it is the only one of its kind, and I think that that's very worth noting because nowhere else in the country is there a critical care unit for children and adolescents and babies. Nowhere. While there are lots of other remarkable people who have dedicated their lives to bringing healthcare services to those in Haiti, among all of them, Gina and her team and the Duncan family have made a children's hospital and intensive care unit become a reality.
You guys need to wear masks while kids are at the doctor.
So should people keep helping FEJ?
Yes.
Yes. And should people help support the new children's hospital?
Yes.
Yes. And what else should people do?
Wear gloves.
Wear gloves. And should they know that Gina and Lucienne and the Duncan family are some of the most amazing human beings on the planet?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
So, on behalf of Rose and myself and my husband and our 2 other children, we ask that you continue to support FEJ and all their many programs, and specifically the Children's Hospital, which holds a promise and a future that none of us could have envisioned just a few short years ago.